أعزائي المشاهدين، كما عودناكم في برنامجكم الأسبوعي برنامج إماراتي، أن نستضيف لكم خيرة من دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. ولهذا الأسبوع نستضيف السيد أرون، المدير التنفيذي لشركة AmbienceSpace LLC في إمارة دبي. Good afternoon, Mr. Arun.
Good afternoon.
At the first, it's welcome to our Emarati program, and it is our pleasure to visit you today in your main office. We would like to know more about you. Who is Arun, from where he come, and when he come to UAE?
Thank you so much for inviting me for the this event. This one. My name is Arun. I have studied architecture in Italy, and I worked in Italy for past 10 years. Then I have moved to Australia for working with the Australian government-funded housing. So I have a company in Australia where we do prefabricated housing design, and we also do project of master planning, socio-economic people to help them to uplift their house and all that stuff. Well, basically, I'm into urban design, master planning, interior design, mostly into the architectural part of it. Mm-hmm. So coming to UAE, I was having just a friendly visit in UAE, dropping by, going to Europe for a trip. And what I liked about it here, very high quality of, I would say, hospitality. Everything looks to me very seamless, advanced, and the perception of Dubai is completely, it's really true, whatever we read outside. So I came, and to be honest with you, I was here to open my design company and construction company. It's been 8 months now, and I must say that I've been to a lot of different countries, Europe, also in US. I was in US as well, in New York. I was in Australia, in India. But I haven't seen a country that allows business development in such a manner. First of all, it's very easy to open company. Second is very, I would say, it is not tax-free, but it is a very nominal tax, which is very good. And it is something to do with, I would say, the whole vibe. Everybody came here for business, to grow. And you talk to your fellow people, they're in the same boat, and everyone want to help each other. So that's I like the vibe here. And first of all, definitely I was a bit concerned that if I get work or not. I'm very new. But things start happening suddenly. I feel very much secured after working after like 8 months in the business. We've been working in Dubai, in Jumeirah area, wellness center, and some other projects. I feel that there's a lot of potential in this area.
Happy for you. So let us know more about when you established the business and you start the company. How it was the process? Did you find any difficulties? How do you see?
Since I own a business in Australia, and it is the process is not very different. You need to have a license and all this stuff. So I'm a business owner. I understand the process here. Here, I just went to the government DIFC and asked some people. They're very helpful. They told me about it. You can get an agent or you can do it yourself. So I got an agent, very trustworthy. They made it very seamless for me. Basically, I just told them I want everything to be crystal clear, quite nice, and Dubai mainland company. And so that I can take work here. So I understand the technical, I would say the namings of what is a free zone, what is it. So they told me about it. It is very easy to understand. It is very easy to set up the company. It is very easy to even get the Emirates ID and all that stuff. So things happens in a matter of like 1 month or something. Even I would say 2 weeks kind of stuff, and you're good to go. Then obviously in 2 weeks, I don't have the project. Then I waited, but that's a different thing. But then I started business development and all this stuff. But I feel the process is seamless. Government is really helping, and they want good people to come here, do something,
And digitally also, make more easy.
Oh my God, digitally also, everything. Also, we can verify a lot of things with my, I would say the facial recognition and all this. I'm using business banking here. Very seamless, the bank's amazing, high quality. I find that I'm using a wire bank. I don't want to talk about them commercially, but I'm saying that it's made my life very easy because I can pay the staffs, I can pay the, the vendors very easily with a swipe, whatever. And also obviously I have to hire an accountant for FTA the launch of my VATs and everything, which I want to be very clear because I'm from Australia. Everything is very, I would say, pragmatic.
Use it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I used to it. Yeah, correct.
So, Mr. Arun, let us to know about your philosophy of your business. What's the company providing?
Yes.
And also what's make you difference between the competitor on the markets?
Okay. I can see there are lots of interior design and architecture company in UAE and, over the Middle East, big names, everybody comes here to do it.
As a national company or as a company?
And international as well as local company and all. What I find is there is a lack of, I would say, a use of technology in the design. For example, they use the same thing, everybody, whatever available in the market, they don't experiment too much. My background in Italy, where I experimented with the parametric design, which is basically using a computer modeling, computational model, and using a kind of I would say, a surface. I can modify it, I can see how the daylight works, everything. Basically, it's based on research model. And then I can use that model to make the facades and all. It's not only just to look good, make it also functional. So my strategy to any clients, it's not to give a beautiful design, that's all. Aesthetics is everybody can do it. What about the functionality? Functionality in terms of technology advancement. Now the AI is coming. We're using AI to actually enhance the design, I would say the experience of the user end. So we have a model, we put that in AI and we see how the traffic flow will be in this situation, in this time. We can analyze everything, we can tell the client. So we're integrating the AI model in the design. Mm-hmm. So that's what we can, I would say we're different because we're dynamically changing our design style with the AI climate. And also we are open to anything that is changing in the market very quickly. So we are very dynamically updating ourselves. Yeah.
From the building materials.
Building materials, designing, building materials, the calculation
style is
modeling. The color codes, it's not like, okay, retail fit out, everybody can do it. But how about something, they haven't seen it yet, a seamless space, something like that, fluid space, something that is experimental. We can put it, but maybe the client may not be ready for that. They said it's too much experimentation. He might back up. Some clients said, okay, we like it. So we have two options.
And we need also to be very strong. We have a strong relation with our client also. How you build that relation?
Yes.
Build a trust of that because they will give you their history, they will give you their background. So they need to, we can say, talk from their heart. They need to be more relaxing when they are coming back.
Absolutely.
They feel like they to their home or traditional more.
Yeah.
More than 280 nationalities.
Yeah.
So we need to study many different traditionally, many different people. How you build that?
Yes, I feel that due to my staying in different countries for a long period of time, like in Europe for 10 years and Australia and also even Sri Lanka for 6 months when I was working there. So it gives me an edge to kind of acceptance of the culture in a way. And, the Middle Eastern culture, although it's very, originally I'm born in India, so I have the connection for a long time. I understand them, And what I feel about the building relationship, it's not about what I feel for a business. It's not about just we want to take projects from them. It is also about trying to find the problem they're facing in the business, and we are kind of solving them basically. That's if we can solve the particular problem. So if any client comes, and I just start with one question saying, how can I solve what problem you're facing and how can I solve it? Uh-huh. If he said, I have a problem in the building because it's so dark, then we will maybe change the wall color, something like that. And how economically we can do it. I mean, I would say economically as well as practically possible. So rather than just design stuff which is crazy, I know Dubai has got crazy designs and all that, we actually try to solve some client's critical problem, and that can enhance his business.
More solution,
yeah, more solution oriented. A client came 2 days ago from Oberoi Group of Hotels in Ajman, and he just told me, we have a staff cafeteria in the basement that has got a very low light, very low quality. If somebody comes from outside, they say, this is the Oberoi Group of Hotels who are very high end, but this is really look bad. what can you do about it? I'm working on it. I just told them, probably you need good lighting in the basement. That's number one, and some kind of stuff, which I'm kind of working on it at the moment. So basically, we are actually solving the problem for them, like a graphics, good graphics, so things are clear to the people, good signage. Maybe, you don't have to put a lot of money into things all the time. You maybe have to be smart. You can change a little bit and it can change the whole project.
You mean to sell the idea more better from to build the project?
Can you repeat it?
Like if you sell the idea,
Yes.
more better from to design it and to make it more busy and to look for high quality of furniture, which
Yes.
that's what you mean, which we call them more sustainable, eco-friendly.
Yeah. Actually, yes. So I think we can populate the project with a lot of high-end stuff, and what's going on is, the trend, the eco-friendly and all, we don't think too much like, okay, let's do it. But, you need to think it because of the whole carbon footprint and also situation going on. So if the client, we always provide a good solution in terms of like, we can using bamboo on all that stuff, maybe it may be expensive for the client to have a bamboo floor or something like that, but in the long run, he would like it and people would love his idea. Experience, exactly. The experience of a bamboo floor, the thing is different from just a plastic thing, So also, to be as an architect, we are in a position, and I feel that we should also educate client. Client come from Instagram, they see some pictures, they come from different variety of things, like a doctor, and he needs to educate the patient, like what you're thinking is okay. But if you do this, you have this kind. It's not only just I'm taking check from you. It's also about education, because I have studied more. I have a PhD in urban design, so I have published materials in Europe. So I have understanding in the long run. Not like I'm looking at the small pictures, get the job done, you go home.
What the next of 20 years?
Yeah, exactly. So to be honest with you, Dubai is a place of ambition. 55 years ago, I'm reading the book by the Crown Prince, which was his story, my story. Where 55 or 58 years ago, this is desert with only one road in it. There's nothing in it. So this is a place of ambition that's he built in it, and obviously anything is possible. But again, what we do, it will have an impact in the future, 20 years, 30 years,
So if we would like to know more about your future plan for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
What you are planning?
See, to be coming to the core of any business, our idea is also to obviously stay in the business, revenue generation for past of 1 year at least, to see that if we can generate revenue. And that's the most important for any business, and we are successfully able to do something good. So once our revenue is generated, and I would like to actually steer my direction to more into prefab kind of products, which is basically a product that is can be built in factory, which there are a lot of things going on in China and mostly in Southeast Asia. But we can maybe have basically facility where we can prefab stuff, and we can actually help, or we can support those nations in Africa or other places where we can actually supply them and do the issue of the housing crisis, and it cannot do a lot of multi-story because of prefab nature of the engineering is not very, in a way, it's not very tough, but we can solve a lot of housing crisis in a very good way. And because of the Jebel Ali, the port, we can be very, very productive in terms of supplying them, because prefab is my core as well. And luckily, I've got one person which is going to help me out. It's Dr. Arif Naid, which I have a connection with. He's a Libyan presidential candidate, and he's got interested in this, and we are kind of at the moment working towards that, using maybe, so prefab. So that's a solution, like a fast construction, so people get it quickly.
More like we can say construction technology or technology construction, something like that.
We can say technology construction. See, another problem with architecture or this kind of profession is time consuming. It is very time consuming for build any project. For example, a resort took like 20 years, but 2 years, 3 years. UAE is fast, but still. But I can build a resort with the prefab for in 4 months. That's kind of thing I've got it at the moment, and we already done in Australia.
And about the materials, like the building, things.
See, UAE is a harsh climate, However, our material is actually the galvanized steel frame, and it's an aircraft aluminum around it. So that's one of the materials.
Lots of local factory.
A lot of company would do it. So I have an experimentation going on at the moment. So that needs a lot of funding at the moment. There's a lot of research. Need a lot of, I would say, R&D. Like a design, and we can change it to suit the GCC market, or you can say the UAE.
And how you see the growth of the markets at the moment?
It's in my industry, I think it's booming. We are getting a lot of requests. I have never imagined that, because in Australia, to be honest, it's a very laid-back lifestyle. We do one project, just go to beach, have some parties, nothing. Here,
No time.
they want to run. I mean, they want you to run. Today, so many requests coming in. I've got a project manager. He's now running around in between factories, making. We are working also for very high-end brands called, BAM in Paris, Barry Cardin, and also Gianfranco Ferrit. So these are the Italian brands where we work for their furniture, very high quality, high-end furnitures. So that needs extreme precision, extreme precision. So we're working on it. So because I'm also understand the industrial design, so we are working on, I can show you later, those kind of connections, and we are just near to get a very good project. So
ARUN, who built your character? Who supports you in your life personally?
Okay.
Who you will say today, thanks? Who's your main guide?
Oh, yeah, I think my main guide is actually, my mother and father, obviously, they have supported me, when I was young and all that, but their profession, their mindset is completely different, because my father worked for the government and he's very busy all the time. Mother was housewife. She did her role. My main guide is one an architect. He's from actually Liverpool, UK. So I worked with him when I was 21 years old in New Zealand. So his name is Gerald Melly. He's no more. He's like he died of some cancer. So I was doing an internship with him, and he has really opened up my mind about architecture, about thinking, but practically and he's a very, I would say, celebrity architect in New Zealand, but nobody knows here because it's not like Renzo Piano or something like that. So he worked with sustainable material, wooden thing, and he extremely human. He works for the people basically. People love him. It's not only about just a profession that you just exchange. I do the design, give me the money. It's not that. It's also about the permanent thing instilled into the people who live in his houses. So they feel not only at home, but they feel their personality is in the house, something like that. So I worked with him 6 months. Then he said, "Can you come after your college graduation?" I went there again, and I studied with him for 2 years. We worked in Sri Lanka together for building houses for fishermen villages where it was gone in 2008 with the tsunami housing. So we did that project. So we have built relation. We have a long-term relation with him. Then it has changed actually, and he died. Even if he died, his wife kept coming to visit me in Dubai even now. So it's been forever actually.
That's good. Mr. ARUN, today if you have advice to anyone who are planning to come to UAE to invest in this peaceful country,
I would,
your experience.
Yes. Before this question, a lot of people ask me this one. I always advise. I would say that without a second thought, they should choose UAE because one is it's a very secure place for everyone, and there's a lot of respect for people who bring new things to UAE, and also they work hard, and people, they think Emiratis or something, they're very close, or it's nothing like that. They're very open, they're very educated people, they're very high level people, what I see it when I meet them, and they understand what progress is. So anyone who, like me, basically, who wants to progress in life, want to do something, like UAE is the best place. It cannot be anything better. Europe, okay, it's good for lifestyle, but it's not good for actually developing a business for a foreigner because of language issues. Documentation is very complicated. I don't want to compare. I'm just saying where UAE for a long time is known for the business. I feel if anyone want to do work in terms of development, this is a high development area. You should come, and this is like after 5-6 months you feel at home actually. This is so easy, everything seems. Of course, the traffic is crazy.
That's good to make it more busy.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Arun, for your time to be with the Emirati program. We wish for you all the best and more of success. Finally, we would like to have a small message from you to our regional leaders and to our government of United Arab Emirates for the safe and security of this country.
My message? My message to UAE government is you have created a plan which is based on big ambition. You've achieved it, and we are all learning from it. And also, I feel that a lot of people come here and take things and go away. Maybe we should ask the question, like, we should ask the question to ourselves who are foreigners, what you have, what you're giving to UAE, not only or not just what you're taking away. You should ask the question, when you're going back, you said what you have contributed to UAE. That's very important, I feel. Thank you.
It was our pleasure to visit you.
Thank you so much.